What's up, people? We're going to do this really quickly. We're live, 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 live. This is what you need. So, all right. First of all, guys, let me be honest with you guys. Um, when I'm doing these extra emotional rants or whatever, or I'm beefing up and I'm talking very intensely, I'm actually doing that just to sort of entertain you guys a little bit more. So I go as extreme as I can with emotions. But anybody who knows me know I'm more of a contained person. I have I have a lot of fun doing it. but um, I think I need to rope it in because I think that there's some individuals who actually want to bring the boxing community together. And to be honest with you, it's a waste of energy and stuff to just be so animated because honestly, boxers don't behave like that. And I know better. So just letting you guys know so that you guys don't have to worry about me doing that too much anymore. Okay, let's get into it. So the first thing is it looks like Tank will be facing Tevin Farmer either by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. It seems Tevin Farmer will face Jojo Diaz and have that fight. And then after that, he may have the Javante Davis fight. And it looks like Javante Davis may face Urquhart Gamboa first and then face Tevin Farmer. So it looks like that fight is on the cards. As much as Get This Smoke, shout out to you, Get This Smoke. You're a cool dude. I like Get This Smoke especially. Unrivaled Boxing, he's cool too. It's nice talking boxing with you guys, as well as Tommy Temper. Shout out to Tommy Temper. Shout out to Tommy Temper for trying to bring people of diverse backgrounds together. I got to give you a big shout out, bro. Um, I already talked to you in private, so hopefully we can get that organized and get it on the road because I don't want to say too much more about that, but I want to debate Boxing Librerian on his point about the WBO. He said he claims that the PBC cannot they can't invalidate the WBO. So we're gonna go on that topic and we're gonna rock and roll, baby, rock and roll. All right, we can just argue points, and he can do his thing. I saw his reply, and that's good. That's good. He was a little emotional though. You need to calm yourself down, buddy. But I'm not gonna try and rile you up too much because I heard you coughing in the background. That wasn't cool. And I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what your health is and so on. So I'm not going to try and get this guy on his deathbed or something because of me. So I just want to debate this dude. I'm not going to be debating it on Boxing Librarian's site. We're going to do it with a neutral person who can arbitrate in between, not to keep the debate civil, but more or less to make sure it's impartial, because when one person's on their site or on their hangout, they could do whatever they want. They could just mute a guy or they could do whatever they want. And we want a neutral site, so make sure that when we debate, there's somebody who's not going to just mute us or is not just going to, and of course, we're going to argue points. So I'm not going to try and raise my voice and yell and scream like I was doing the last thing. I was doing that mostly for, you would not believe, just for inch back for me to big up Tommy. Yes, sir. Big up Anson. I hear you. Man, you trying to bring the boxing community together, and you're really doing a wonderful thing, Tommy. So I want to applaud you and even Get This Smoke, because Get This Smoke has been trying to do the same thing. I think that you guys are actually better Christians, whether you are or not, than I am. So, but I'm cool with it. It's a growth process. So shout out to you, Tommy. If somehow we can arrange that hangout with a boxing librarian, either today or tomorrow, we get the date down packed so he can do his thing, I can do my thing. And at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure both of us is not going to be flaming each other. We're going to realize, just like with Unrivaled Boxing, that I was wrong about some things possibly. He was wrong about some things possibly. It just misunderstands sometimes with people. Smoke is a Satanist, lol. you, yo. Yeah, you guys are cool, man. And this boxing community is very cool. I can't spend too much time on boxing, unfortunately, because I have to make money. But I really want to collab with all you guys, including possibly Boxing Librarian, and we make some money. Everybody makes some money. You know what I'm saying? This could actually work, and I think that was the idea and the plan you were having, and then people started having beefs but I'll tell you this though, even when people have beefs, it's a brotherhood. It's like boxing, right? So what I was trying to do was the adversarial sort of thing. I don't want to stage it. I was trying to. That's all I was trying to do. Okay. We don't really want to stage it. We want to keep it kind of organic. And but at the end of the day, we're gonna do what we do. God dang, don't you sleep? I slept, man. I'm just gonna take a bath. If I figure it out, I may join a hangout or get myself out there. Yeah, man. The more the merrier. We want, basically people have different perspectives talking together. What's his name? The score guy, unofficial scorecard, or I can't remember what his name is. He cool. He cool. You know, I realize different people are actually of a certain fighter, and it's all good. I mean, that's boxing. That's boxing. Just know I don't pay attention to divisions lower than 118. Well, man, it's about time we do, though. It's about time. I think each and every person is going to bring something to the table. You know that McGregor, I forgot what his cipher is. He'll enlighten you. Sometimes you just need to go watch those fights. You never know. You might watch this fight and be like, hey, this shit's kind of good. I mean, I'm just saying, it's to open our perspectives, widen our view of things. I was just watching that fake lawyer. Who's that? Me? y'all so y'all so funny, man. You got me laughing all day. Hey, so I really want to debate. I don't want to say what I thought and everything about his video because I don't want to be condescending anymore. I need to I don't need to be that kind of guy. I'm talking about don't pay attention to midgets. I can't. That's so terrible. Hey, these guys fight too, and they got their hearts of champions. And Wanyan Menyorthin, that's one of my favorite fighters. Just for you guys to know, you guys gonna be like, what the? He a flyweight. No, wait, he's not a flyweight. He's a light flyweight. He's a very small. He's a really tiny little guy. But that motherfucker can. I'm sorry, no cursing. That guy can box, man. He can box. I'm telling you. Tommy Tempest, best fight the best. Hashtag midget. Y'all be talking so much stupidness today. Oh my God. Yeah, so that's what it's basically going to be. I gotta go do a couple, but if we can arrange that little debate with Boxing Librarian, I'm gonna try to keep it as amicable and friendly as possible. Cause he's I don't want him to be I don't want actually we are boxing fans and boxing fans like my boy GT S was saying, Get That Smoke was saying, we don't need to be riled up and all angry and wanting to punch each other in the face over shit that the other guys be doing, like PBC or whoever, that actually ain't got shit to do with us. You really think about it, we're losing our shit over that, and we're like, wait a minute. They're doing that to provoke us, to divide us. We need to, as boxing fans, be able to enjoy boxing. I'm saying now, I'm verbalizing what Tommy and Get This Smoke wants to do. Because even if you watch the boxers, Adrian Broner was heckled by a fan. He said, "You ain't shit." Adrian Broner just said back to him, "But you ain't shit either, and you ain't make no money." They just clowning straight through. The same guy that told him he ain't shit will tell him, "When you gonna fight next?" They just shit talking to each other. It's not that deep. It's not that animosity and shit like that. I just like to dramatize shit, right? Sometimes I don't even mean what I'm doing. Like I be like all scowled up and shit, but it don't don't mean shit. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm going to try my best I'm not going to always be civil. And sometimes I will show emotion and shit, but I'm going to try and dial it back so that, especially with the cursing and stuff, I need to dial that shit back. I need to dial that stuff back, man. I'm a Christian, y'all. I am a horrible Christian right now, but I'm definitely going to dial it back. I know better, and I need to act like that. I got reprimanded by one or two fans that came on here. They was like, "Hey, you can't be singing them songs." It was funny, man. I went in a seven paragraph dissertation of why he shouldn't tell me that. Ooh. Oh man. Okay, so Jackson the Hopeful says, to be real, it's hard to pay attention to their careers because they fight overseas so often and I don't really have an outlet to watch it. Okay, okay, I got you. What we can do is start streaming some of this stuff. You know, man, shoot. There's so many on loan fighters that are really good, like people have been saying, but they just never got their shine. And that's another thing I want to talk about. You know, I was doing a series on fighters you may not know about who are great fighters or whatever, but we gotta get back to that. We do have to get back to that. Tommy Temper said, "Your mouth will send you to the hot place." Lol, yeah, man, it'll send me straight to hell for sure, for sure. Yeah. Anyways, man, I got a whole bunch of things to do today, so let me try and get through with the topics that I said I was going to do. The first topic was, I forgot. Oh, yeah. God, this is a hot topic, man. Gervonta Davis versus Tevin Farmer. They're really talking about it now, and they are talking about it as a pay-per-view. I think Tevin Farmer's contract ends with the JoJo Diaz, so he'll decide if he wants to do it on DAZN or not. I think even if he wants to do it, he wants to resign with DAZN and he wants to resign with Matchroom. I think he could have a one-fight deal with Showtime and get that as a pay-per-view. Because if if Tevin Farmer is a pay-per-view star, that will change his status a little bit on DAZN, I think. But if he have to do a pay-per-view, he may have to come off of DAZN to do it. But he could still stay on DAZN and fight still. And again, I'm not the biggest Tevin Farmer fan. In fact, I'm not very much a Tevin Farmer fan, to be honest with you. But this guy had been fighting a lot this year. He's fought, like, this is going to be his sixth fight in 10 months or something like that. He's really fighting. And that's very good. He's keeping him sharp, you know. Gervonta has fought the most he has fought in his career, I think. I think this year he fought 2 times. Is it 2 times? Is it 2 or 3 times he fought this year? I can always check. But he fought a lot this year as well. And he's going to be fighting again. I think he's going to fight Gambo, which is a step up, you know, for him. And that's going to be a good fight. Gambo had got a lot of skills. He is deteriorated from what he was, but he looked good at super featherweight. It'll be a good step up for him. You know, his best fight to date is Jose Pedraza. We talked about that in the Hangout with Tommy Temper and on Rival Boxing. And nobody, of course, nobody's paying for Tank versus Gamboa. But Tank puts butts in the seats, man. 15,000 people came out in not Maryland. What is it? What's the name of the place? Baltimore. 15,000 people. That's more than Danny Garcia filled the Barclays with. So he put butts in the seats. You know, he's putting unbiased, not unrivaled. Okay, my bad. Okay. Yeah, he put butts in the seats, man. He put butts in the seats. Yeah, Gambo been doing this thing since he lost to Castellanos. I think he fought. When I looked at the actual weights, it was lightweight, but they said it was a super featherweight fight. So I don't know if he's trying to get back down to super featherweight. We'll see. But Gamboa's got a lot of skill, so it's going to be a lot harder for Tank to just stop him. He got good defense and stuff too. So we'll see. I don't know. It's not the Gamboa that we know, but it's definitely a Gamboa that still got it. So I would love to see what Tank can do with him. He has been stopped though. Gamboa's been stopped twice now. So it's not the Gamboa we know, okay? However, I'm looking forward to seeing that, and then him versus Tevin Farmer. I'd love to see that fight. I'd love to see that fight. Tevin Farmer has really good defense, so we'll see how Tank is able to either try and land on Tevin Farmer, and then does Tank have a good enough defense to handle what Tevin Farmer could do to him? So I'm really interested about that fight. I still got Tank winning. Could be by stoppage. It could be just by points. I don't know. But Tevin Farmer's becoming better and better, and you gotta recognize him now. You gotta recognize him, and I hope that fight comes off because that's a good fight for Tank. I think Tevin Farmer's better fighter than Barachelt. Barachelt is much more, relentless. So I'd love to see Tank versus Barachelt too. But of course, nobody really talking about that. It's the Tevin Farmer tank, and I've been building for years now. Javante, if he stays focused, very important, of course. He's going to be easy to market. Floyd's bag is going to explode. Yeah. I agree. I don't know why, but Javante reminds me of Mosley. Wow. I may be dumb. No, you ain't dumb. I mean, Mosley was a very tenacious, very, vicious kind of boxer. And Javante had that viciousness in him, that viciousness in him. So, um, I get, you might be right there. The shades of Mosley, shades of, other vicious fighters. Shades of Pretty Boy Floyd. I was telling him his footwork's like Floyd, and they didn't agree with me, but I could show you why I said that. It's how he works his angles, how he works his pivot work, how he angles his body when he's throwing punches, how he even throws certain punches in on an opponent that has a longer reach than him, how he even walks an opponent down. It's somewhat like how Floyd walked down. The guy I'm thinking about I think it was his first fight at welterweight where he had to go southpaw, and he faced the guy. I can't remember his name right now. It'll come to me. He was a former world champion. Oh, it'll come to me whenever it does. But he reminds me a lot of Floyd. But then again, Floyd was one of his mentors, so that would he's not Floyd, but I said he reminds me a lot of Floyd. He really does. Broner doesn't remind me of Floyd as much as he does. I mean, and yeah. All right, so I'm looking forward to that. They're talking about Tank, and then they're going to go for Lomachenko. So that the coach is literally talking about that. Of course, the coach is not the people who actually does the fights. And apparently, Adrian Broner is always in the scoop. Javante kind of remind me of Sugar Ray Robinson as well. I mean, Ray Robinson was long, man. He was a long dude. His movement was different. His stance was different. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video clip. I wonder if I could do that on this phone. I'm going to do a video clip showing you Floyd and Javante and what they do together the same way. I'm going to show you Pretty Boy Floyd and Javante, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to show you Sugar Ray Robinson and Mosley and what they do similar. I wanted to show you guys because I always thought Sugar Shane Mosley he was shorter, more compact, but I always thought he was like a shorter version of Sugar Ray Robinson to me. And I always thought that Javante is more compact, shorter version of Floyd. Not Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner actually do something a little bit different. He does try to employ the shoulder roll. He reminds me more of Berto, but Broner don't take as much. Yeah, he does take a lot of punches, and he keeps his two guard up. He reminds me more of Berto. Broner reminds me of Berto. But Javante literally can move his feet. He can change range. He could go in and out. He could box on the inside. He could box on the outside. He got a lot of versatility. And like I was trying to tell the guys, if you watch a Javante in the amateurs, if you see how fast this guy can fight going backwards against much, much bigger guys that he can't drop. When he can't drop you, he can box you. And that's what people don't know. Javante's a boxer. Like, he's a real boxer, But they're right. He could get in love with his power if he doesn't stay grounded. So he needs to stay grounded. He needs to keep on training. I agree with everything they said yesterday about his focus, and that's where he could become another Adrian Broner if he doesn't focus himself. And by the way, I find Adrian Broner is more grounded. He's more serious. I was listening to an interview he had with Coach Calvin, and both of them, well, you saw it too, I'm sure, Ellie Seckback, where they were talking about boxing and how it's a lonely sport, and also talking about how, how they have to move Tank along. Like they know already that Tevin Farmer got another fight. They know about that. So apparently in the background, them motherfuckers I'm sorry. In the background, those guys been talking. It's raining cats and dogs. I'm gonna show you guys what the outside look like. By the way, I need to go take a bath, so I'm gonna try to wrap this up real quick. 19 minutes in already. Damn. Where does the time go? But yeah, so Jackson Opal says SSR has those wrinkles and tenaciousness like Tank. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. I'm sorry. If you watch Sugar Ray Robinson like Tank, he loved to dig the left hooks to the body. Javante does the same with his right. Yep. Floyd did love to dig left hooks to the body too. That was his thing. But yeah, but anyway, so man, you guys, man, gotta talk about MAYPAC2. Still that buzz out there. I saw an interview with the Mayweather Boxing Channel with Richard Schaefer talking about MAYPAC2. Nonito Donaire was in the presence of that with Jeff Mayweather. I was watching on, again, YouTube, a number of videos with people talking about the possibility of MAYPAC2. I think that's going to happen. I think MAYPAC2 might happen. I'm not saying it mightn't happen, but it actually might happen. It might actually happen, which is interesting. I'm a yin-yanging all the time. I don't know how, because Floyd ain't been in a professional boxing match with an actual boxer for the last 4 years. Since 2015, his last boxing fight was against a credible boxer, was against Andre Berto. Jackson the Hopeful says, I hope Floyd doesn't come back. You know, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. I know you want to see him ride off into the sunset, don't get no damage due to unnecessary, and just be undefeated. And you're afraid that, you know, he'd go in and get defeated. Look, man, I'm going to be honest with you guys. If he going to rematch Manny Pacquiao and this Manny Pacquiao here, I ain't got nothing against it. Do it. If he lose, he lose. If he wins, he wins. I think he ain't going to be the same Floyd that Pacquiao faced. And definitely Pacquiao is not going to be the same Pacquiao that he faced the first time. I think Pacquiao going to be better than he was. So it will equalize the boxing match. Floyd going to have to use another strategy, another tactic to face Pacquiao. I think Floyd's going to be slower. I think he's not going to be as agile. I think he's going to have more power, though. I think he's punching, he's really putting leverage into his shots. So he's going to have a lot more power, which means what? I don't know. Keith Thurman had more power than, I think, probably has more power than Floyd. But you never know. It's how Floyd places those punches and how, you know, how he moves in on his opponent, his timing. So Floyd knows he got a better Pacquiao once. I think he's going to say, well, I can get a better of him again because his core style is going to be the same. But I think Pacquiao just way smarter. I flip-flopping on this. Sometimes I think Pacquiao might beat him. Sometimes I think Floyd might beat him. I don't know because there's a lot of unknown variables there. You know, Floyd is old. He's going to be slower. He's going to be less agile. He cannot use the same boxing strategy he used the first time to face Pacquiao. He looked bigger. When I saw him with the Adrian Broner thing, he looked bigger and he looked older. All right? Maybe he's not older. Maybe he's stronger. You know, they say he sparred Devin Haney and all that shit. So he's still putting in work. But I'm just saying, he not the same. No way, Jose. He ain't rolling back that clock either. So, I mean, I still want to see it, though. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no, especially with Pacquiao's doing so well. That's a big payday for both of them. That's going to be a big fight in boxing. I'm never going to say no to that. Because, again, that's their choice. They got to know themselves. They got to know what it is. If he don't do it, though, it ain't no big deal for me. You know, I want to see where Pacquiao will go after that. He may face the winner of Errol Spence, Sean Porter, like we said last night, or he may face Danny Garcia or Mikey Garcia. He got lots of options. He got Terrence Crawford. He got, man, it's like a buffet out there. Take your pick. There's Danny Garcia. There's Mikey Garcia. There's the winner of Sean Porter, Errol Spence, and there's Terrence Crawford out there. There's the top guys. All right? He could pick a Berto. He could pick a Andre Berto. Victor Ortiz is still out there. You know what I'm saying? The guy's out there. And, you know, he could take an easy fight. He could have a fight in the Philippines. He could just decide, you know what, man, I'm going to have my retirement fight in the Philippines and have his last fight. But one thing I would say is, from how he looked at the end of the Keith Thurman fight, and how he was talking about Keith Thurman's power, I honestly think he at most got 2 more fights left in him. 2 more fights left in him. You know, because he took some really bad punishment, and that's going to leave a mark on him. He lost some years in that fight, and people didn't see that, but I see it. I'm sure Floyd has been sparring these last 4 or 5 years. He's been doing a lot of business and traveling, staying in shape, I guess. I don't know how much boxing he was doing. Because he do like Manny. He stay away from boxing for a little bit. He still keep himself in shape. And, but he still kind of looked like he ballooned up a bit. He looked bigger. I think Manny might face Mikey Garcia. Yeah. Don't underestimate that fight. I hope he gets his brain scanned. Yeah, man. For real. For real. And Mikey can hit too. Axe Arrow. Man. Anywho, man. That's what I got on that. Then, like I said, I want to debate Boxing Librarian. Hopefully Tommy Temper can arrange that so we can debate this thing. He was talking about he just using syntax. He said that the WBO, the PBC cannot invalidate the WBO. And his argument was basically that the WBO is not, wasn't formed by the PBC to start with, so they can't. And besides, the many fighters who will still want to fight you for the WBO title. This basically is the essence of his argument, So we'll just debate that and get it out, because he's talk. I don't want to go into it. I know what I will say. I want to say a lot, but I will just let him, express his point of view and let him go with that. I'm gonna reply to that. So that's basically the debate, brother. And I'm not gonna go into too much more on that, because I feel like I don't want to sort of antagonize him. There's a lot I could say on it, but I don't want to antagonize him. I was about to say something, but I decided, you know what, let's leave that. We're going to debate it live, and he'll see what I'm saying, so he'll understand why even that argument that the PBC cannot invalidate the WBO is not a fact. It's not a fact, and I'll show him why. But that's another story for another day. Jackson the Hopeful says Errol is going to chase for Manny. Oh yeah, shit, that's money, man. Who wouldn't chase Manny? So he can become the cash cow of PBC. He seemed pissed after the Manny Thurman fight, but Manny's going to give him a bigger bag if they fight. Yeah, sure. It's going to be a bigger fight, and it's going to be pay-per-view again. And those pay-per-views on PBC are making money. They not like the Terrence Crawford pay-per-views. I hate to say that, but Top Rank be trying to make pay-per-views with Terrence Crawford, and they're not doing. And it's not that Terrence Crawford don't sell. It's just the way how Top Rank is selling Terrence Crawford. It don't work out, right? And that, again, I've said this all the time. Bob Arum don't know how to get Terrence Crawford one of them major fights. He don't know how to do it. Usually he would ask somebody in the stable. Who this Galvaskas or whatever the dude is, he's a Top Rank fighter. So Arum is pairing up Terrence Crawford with Galvaskas. Which, by the way, Unbiased Boxing, I think was his name, came out and said that Alida Alvarez, was a Top Rank fighter, which was a PBC fighter. I said, now this is something that we was talking in an argument, and I said that how many times has Top Rank reached out to the PBC? Because these guys constantly misunderstand me, right? And I said that the PBC has reached out and done business with Top Rank, but when has Top Rank reached out and done business with PBC? In other words, when has a Top Rank fighter engaged themselves and got themselves involved with the PBC? It just happened once or twice, but not really, right? Alida Alvarez was a PBC fighter under Al Heyman who actually got to do business with Top Rank. You see? On ESPN. That's the other way around. So when he presented the case of Alida Alvarez, I think he was presenting a case for PBC, not for Top Rank. I want him to give me an example of a Top Rank fighter who actually made his way across to the PBC, in the PBC, and actually fought on PBC. That's what I'm talking about. And there are, I think, 1 or 2 cases, but they're not many. All right? I know we've already resolved this. We talked about it in the thing that, people fighting in-house, that happens all the time. And PBC got a lot of fighters, so they can fight a lot in-house, okay? And I was talking about the middleweight division, how Jamal Charlo, he gonna be isolated because most of the fighters are with Matchroom. And Matchroom fighters are most likely gonna fight Matchroom fighters. You know what I'm saying? But every now and then, and DAZN, okay? And because of all these network issues and stuff, sometimes it is not worked out as it should, you know? But at the end of the day, we see some collaborations happening. Bob Arum, of course, he had a collaboration with DAZN because he knew his fighter could win. That's how Bob Arum moved. He ain't gonna do no collaboration with nobody if his fighter ain't winning. You'll notice that, okay? Ask Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Jackson the Hopeful says, didn't Arum have a pay-per-view with Oscar Valdez a couple years ago? Possible. I don't know. I don't know what happened about that. Danny Jacobs. Danny Jacobs didn't go to Top Rank though. And Danny Jacobs, a PBC fighter again, that moved across to DAZN. Yeah. Right. And that's Matchroom and PBC. He also fought on HBO. You know, but he never dealt with Top Rank. So think about it. There's one or two, because I remember Bob Arum actually, I saw him in the PBC and I was like, what? You was the guy doing the lawsuit with Oscar De La Hoya and Al Heyman. Now you up in the PBC? I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah, Danny's with Eddie and the PBC. Yep, and Showtime and DAZN. I mean, there's a nice little, I think there's a deal because Danny's with actually Lou DiBella. And Lou DiBella, so Eddie and Lou DiBella co-promote, just like how Frank Warren and Bob Arum, they co-promote. See what I'm saying? This is a co-promotion. When you do co-promotions, it kind of, now you kind of have more leverage. You know what I'm saying? It's a co-promotion. So, yeah. There are instances, but not many. And my point being, Bob Arum ain't doing business with Errol Spence or PBC and Errol Spence's people and his promoters just like that. I don't even think Errol Spence has a promoter. Errol Spence is managed by himself, and I think he's promoted by himself, if I'm not mistaken. Arum's time is coming to an end. The promoter's just different now. Yeah. More leverage, more fingers in the pool. Yep. PBC opened it wide for a bunch of promoters. It was this platform to plateau people forward. And I really wanted to talk more about how PBC could impact on the WBO, actually, and why Boxing Librarian, he could just be flat out wrong. And I could show him why, but I prefer to do that in the debate live so people can hear what I'm saying. I'm just going to do the arguments straight. I'm going to also allow him to say and express and clarify what he was saying, you know, because I ain't trying to kill this dude. This dude's going to die. I know what I'm saying. He be coughing all kinds of things in this video, and I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? It would have been cool, though, for us to actually have a boxing match, and he get himself in shape for that. I don't know what his condition is. I don't know what his health is. But get himself in shape. I don't care if you're 50. I don't care if you're 60. Get yourself in shape. And we'll just do like a sparring session. It wouldn't be no big thing. Show me your little skills and shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. You'll be surprised. You know, you do a little sparring or a little something, a little bit of exercise. I don't know if he can exercise. I don't know what to deal with him. I've never seen him, right? You guys see my face. I never seen him. So I don't know him like that. You know what I'm saying? But from what I see, you know, yeah, I know. Yeah, right. I think you would, though. I think you might kick my ass, but not in boxing. Oh man, you guys are so silly. Yeah, I get my ass kicked by a lot of people. Okay, I get my ass kicked by a lot of people because I'm really doing this for my health and to know more about the sport. That's why I'm doing it. It's not because you know, I'm a bad motherfucker or anything like that. No, I'm not. I need to shave and take a haircut, and it's raining like a mother out there. I'm trying not to cuss. God, it's hard. But this has been wonderful. I love doing this because it's actually been, oh man, boxing has been so good to me, man. I've gotten, I had a constipation problem. I would tell y'all everything because I don't care. I had a constipation problem. It cleared it out. I had pains in my stomach. It cleared it out. Started to sweat and stuff and not gather. I still have problems. I'm feeling problems right now, but it's mostly, you know, give me 1 week of training and I'm gonna whoop y'all. My straight right, left hook, 1-2 will be unstoppable. All right, it's on, baby. It's on. We could arrange that. It's gonna be a little bit hard because some of you guys in the United States, some of you in the UK. But probably what we could do is have a tournament with all the guys in the UK. It don't matter your age. You put on headgear and shit. You're gonna have to train though. It'll take you about a whole year, about a year and a half to train. I don't care what age you are. You can get in shape. You can be healthy. You know. And even if you can't spar nobody, we're gonna have a competition for who can throw the most punches in a minute. We could have all that shit. So if you can't punch a person, you're gonna punch a punching bag, and let's see how much you can do. And we can do that on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We could even play a video game of boxing and see who would beat who in the video game. I mean, there's many ways for us fans to. I don't prefer the video game though because you're not really exercising your body. You're just sitting down there. So I don't really prefer that, but I do prefer that you guys do hand-to-hand combat. We fight hand-to-hand. We would train. We're not playing because this shit, somebody could get hit and badly hurt. So you train up first, you know, make sure you're in good shape, and let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. We the fans can do it too, and I was inspired by the boxing voice, and I think we can do that shit, and I really would like to do that. Plus, I would like to travel and see some of you guys. I know some of you guys have families and stuff. But you just, you know, we could, that's where the YouTube channel could come in. We could raise money through the YouTube channel like TBV does. And we could make this thing happen. We get a couple of sponsors. And we have this international event. You know, here we go. YouTubers, we go and we fight, you know. Do a little 2 rounds. I don't think anybody could do 3 rounds. 2 rounds, 2 3-minute rounds, okay? If it ends up in a draw or whatever, you know. I haven't been into really doing boxing for long, so I'm probably going to swing wild like my done. That's why I said you need to train up because remember, it's not just about hitting somebody, it's also about taking punches. You're going to take punishment. And I don't care what nobody say, taking punishment ain't cool. So we'll have to take punishment and it'll be very painful for some people. Some other people will come out with some bruises and shit because you're doing all these. So it doesn't matter how wild you swing or anything, but you need to at least be in condition. So you guys need to start running. You guys will need to get some kind of medicine ball or something and start hitting your body. You know, do the neck exercises. Do all the kinesthetics or whatever resistance training you have to build up your abs, build up your stomach. Man, it will transform you, motherfucker. It will transform you guys. You know, you guys will. I feel so much better than what I used to be. Right? I have a lot more energy. I'm metabolizing the food better. I'm just saying. So boxing is the kind of thing that makes you healthy. Then you're gonna go in and take some punishment, but it's only gonna be for 2 rounds. Nevertheless, some of y'all was hit like hard like a Mack truck. Y'all don't even know y'all hit so hard. So just remember, we're all amateurs here, right? We're not pros. And some of y'all hit too hard. Somebody might get a broken rib or something. So we have to be very careful that you guys train and stuff, you know, because I don't want nobody dying or getting very badly injured because of some stupid boxing match. You know, it's a dangerous sport, and I'm not taking nothing for granted. You know, I'm not taking no chance. So train up. If it take you a year or whatever, just keep discipline. Get yourself into shape. Get some rest, and then we start the tournament. We could do that. We could do that. You're probably not flying out to fight, though. Well, you might have to, or you may not have to. Maybe somebody in your area who you'll be facing. So you never know, man. You never know. We can match it up so that people in the same area can fight one another. I'll have to fly out, though. I'll have to fly out. I don't mind. Because I like this boxing. I like the boxing. I know it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, actually. And the people in my country, they wild they wild like hell, man. I watch them swinging like a madman for the fences. They throw more hooks than straight shots, you know. But there was a guy that just recently, he lost a tournament. Good boxer though, from our country, you know. And of course, we all know. I think Steve Rawls was a guy from my country, and the other guy that faced the opponent of Ramirez, the guy that faced him the fight before, he was from my country as well. And their skill levels are much higher than yours and mine. You know? So think about it, guys. We got a lot of ideas out there. Who's the best fighter out of Trinidad? A guy called Leslie Stewart. Way back when. There was another guy from Tobago as well. You can check it out. He was a light heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, from Trinidad. That's a while back. Leslie Tiger Stewart is his name. You could check him out. Look at him. And the guy who Sugar Ray Leonard knocked out, Donnie Lalonde, he's the guy that beat Leslie Tiger Stewart. Knocked him out with his left hand. Used to call his left hand the bionic hand. There's another guy too from Tobago. He was good. He won regional championships. I think he had one title. He won one title. But the guy who really made a reputation, put us on the map, was Leslie Tiger Stewart. Yeah. So yeah. So we don't really have a lot of really great fighters. They don't really push boxing here like that. But I like boxing. I think it's a good sport. There's a lot more good in it than evil. A lot of people are dying though in it. A lot of people are dying in it. So you guys gotta, you know, if you're gonna take this thing seriously, take this thing seriously. Treat your body right. Take this thing seriously. And we're old guys. We ain't young guys. So you know, this is not basketball. I like basketball too, but I haven't done it in a while. This is not basketball. This is full contact sport. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can get badly hurt. So, oh, that's great. You play a lot of basketball, so I don't have an awful lot of progress to go to move for 3 rounds. I need to learn to take hits if I need to. Yeah, taking hits is a totally different thing. You get hit and you still suck the wind out of you. One punch could just really suck the air out of you, and you can't move. You could get crippled with one punch. So be very careful. You could end up peeing blood, all kinds of shit, and that's standard stuff in boxing. In fact, a bloody nose is standard stuff in boxing. A bloody mouth is standard stuff in boxing. Yeah. All right, peoples. What else did I have to say? That's it. I think I said that more. Yeah. The other more part about it is I was watching some other news in boxing, which I thought was very interesting. I don't know what you guys think. You know what? Try to stay in one stance though. Switching stances is cool, but it can open you up to get badly countered. So try to stay in one stance. Me, I'm staying in the southpaw stance. That might not be the ideal stance for me, but that's the stance I'm going to stay in. I'm a southpaw, and I'll fight from the southpaw. My power hand will be in the front, and then my left hand. It just feels more comfortable in the southpaw stance for some reason. I don't know. So I train in that. Yeah. All right, guys, man, that's about it for me. You guys might see a little bit more of me later on today. Hopefully we can get that debate going with Boxing Librarian, because he really wants to have it. So we can get that going. And shout out to everybody out there who has been in some way contributing to the boxing community, the YTBC. Still got the YTBC out here, man. The YouTube boxing community, right? Divided into little sections and little groups, but at the end of the day, the people are in the YTBC because they like boxing. So let's share our love for boxing. You guys got passion. Sometimes you guys will disagree, whatever. It's all good, man. It's all good. That's what boxing's about, right? I'll see you guys later. Tommy Temper, shout out to you. We got to talk some business, though. You and Get This Smoke and a lot of other people. We got to talk business. And we got to get this popping. Later, guys. I don't like some of the people in Tommy's Hangout, so I don't know if I can join. Hey, first of all, actually the people in Tommy's Hangouts, nobody's perfect, right? So everybody in some way, shape, or form is an asshole at some point, right? And sorry about the curse. So we're not perfect people. So don't sorry. Yeah, we're not perfect people. Yeah, Johnny Boy's a little bit antagonistic and stuff. But again, his contribution to the equation in boxing is important. You know? Yeah, I know Johnny Boy say some things that are just really ridiculous, and some of them are very racist and shit like that. But at the end of the day, look, man, look, man, look, man. I told people, I don't know what's wrong with people. Oh, I don't want to be called a racist. Why? Why? If that's true, you can work on it. It's not a big thing, people. It's one of many bad things that human beings have. It's not that big a deal. Just work on it. You know, if somebody tells you you're a racist and you tell them, I know, man, I'm trying to work on that issue. What are they gonna say? They can't say shit because you acknowledge that you are, and you said you're working on it, and you really tried. You know, because it's all about understanding the other side, right? If a man tells me, oh man, you a clown. Yeah, man, that's true. Yeah, man, you know, that's actually true, man. I am a clown. Yeah, I'm working on it. What are they gonna say after that? They got nothing. They'll just continue. Oh yeah, you a clown, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're a clown. They're stuck in one zone. They have nothing else to say. All they're gonna say is how much you are a clown. Which means what? You already acknowledge that. It totally kills the argument. It totally kills the feud. You see? Hey man, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what, man? You're right. You're right, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. What are they gonna say after that? Yeah. They'll say, yeah. Yeah. It totally diffuses the situation. You'll be surprised. You know? And it's just funny because, you know, a lot of people don't like to admit they're wrong. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're wrong. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. Hey, you know what, man? I was wrong. And it's over. It's like that. You know? Yeah, man, I was wrong about that. You know I was wrong about that? What are they going to say after that? Yeah, you were wrong. You just repeat themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? So I'm just saying. I mean, if you vibe with me and you like my vibe, that's cool. But you know, we need to do, you know, reach out and actually feel the vibe of other people as well. Yeah, I live in Trinidad, man. Nice place. Really nice place. Really nice place. It doesn't get cold. You know, people talking about the heat. Man, it's been hot here. It's been ridiculous. You know, that's one thing. The heat sometimes ridiculous. You know, but beautiful place. I prefer hot to cold, so I'm okay with that. When it gets too hot, I just fall asleep. Yeah. So right now it's pouring and it's raining out there. You know what? Let me show you. So, shoot. This is what it looks like out here. See, that's just rain out there. Very intense. Yeah. So, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's a thunder shower right now. It's good though. It's not the violent one. There are hurricanes and shit. Oh shit. There's hurricanes and shit that come through here. No, that was rain, man. There's hurricanes and shit that come through here. Let's see if it's outside there. Yeah. Hey man, I gotta go. Peace to you guys. We'll talk more. I'll try to show you more of Trinidad and the place and stuff. It's not a big country. It's a small country, but it got about 1.3, 1.4 million people. Not a whole bunch of people here. Yeah. So yeah, man. Hey, look, Jesus up in there. That's not Jesus, but somebody made a picture of Jesus. It's all good. Yeah, man. I'm out. Peace. Guys, I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully you guys can join the hangout. I would love that you join the hangout with Tommy Temper, man. And this is the key thing in a hangout is you don't have to talk all the time. So if you decide to talk in the hangout, you know, you do what you do. You know, sometimes you can just sit back, observe. You don't have to talk all the time, but if you want to talk and contribute, you say your piece. It doesn't matter that people have a different perception to you, you know, and you can even tell them, I don't think what you're saying is correct. I disagree. You know, or if you want to, you can say it in your own way. I think you're talking a load of crap. It doesn't. What I try to explain to people is you got to be yourself, right? So if you're going to be yourself, be yourself. You know, that's thunder right there. So it's turning into a thunderstorm. All right, man. I got to go. Peace to you guys. I'm going to catch you guys later. I got to go to make a couple turns business-wise, and then hopefully we can get that hangout going with Boxing Librarian. Hopefully we can get Boxing Librarian to talk with him. So he'll know that, hey, man, hey, first of all, we all boxing fans, and two, just because you're wrong about something, which he's been wrong about things, it's not a big deal, you know. It's not a big deal to be wrong about something. You know, I've been wrong about lots of stuff. Don't mean shit. Life goes on. Have a good one, guys. Peace. I'm out. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel, you can like the channel, you can donate to the channel. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.